All right, this week we're in Southern California, and this is the Patrick Henry 17 stair. All right, Destin, what's some tricks you know of? So a lot of people like to skate over the rail into the bank. It's kind of gotten skate stopped now with this railing at the bottom, but that used to not be there. They actually redid the entire bank. But I remember Chris Cole did switch ollie into the bank. Frecks did fakie ollie into the bank. Shuriken Shannon, what's up, man? How you doing?
Chillin'. You know.
So yeah, I got some questions for you. Usually when I do these interviews, I talk to the skater and it's about like one trick at the spot. You've done a lot of tricks there.
That's funny you said that. You had mentioned that and I didn't even think about it the other day. And I was like, yeah, I did a few things at the spot. I'm like, to me, that's my spot, all right? That's my spot, all right? Now I counted it up. I was like counting. I was like, yeah, I had like 5, 6, 7. I was like, wait, no, I got like 9 tricks there or something like that. So
see, I remember you did a pop shove there.
Which pop shove? Which way?
Oh, so you front shoved it too? Okay.
Front shoved it, yeah. Then the pop shove it the hard way. The little. That one I was hyped on for sure. That was a good feeling. Pop shove it for sure on that thing. Dude, there were so many sessions on that spot. It's crazy. They could like go back. I'm like, dude, there was so many hype sessions. It was crazy.
That spot's like a skate park to you, huh?
I mean, all SD wanted to skate that spot after a certain point in time. I think honestly, when Chris Cole, he did like just a fake half cab, I think. Like people are skating that spot again, I think.
Tommy Nollie back 180'd it. Tommy also hard flipped it. Fakie back heel, Jon Dickson. Mason Silva did tray flip into it. All right, another heavy one. You did a varial heel, right?
I did that one twice. I did that one on 2 different days. I did it like just for film, and fools was like, "Hey, we should probably shoot a photo of that too." And I'm like, "All right." Go back a couple days later and shit, and did it again.
Wade DesArmo, switch frontside flip. Fakie heel by Wes Kremer. Brandon Turner, switch tray flip.
I gotta give it up to Brandon Turner with the switch tray. He did that pretty damn good.
Marius did ollie over the rail and landed in manual all the way down the bank. But then this other dude, Austin, did nollie over the rail and landed in manual all the way down the bank. What about this one? You did kickflip to manual down the bank, which I think is super sick. How'd you come up with that one?
That was a random one. That one came pretty easy too. That was like 5, 6 tries. And I was like doing kickflips like every try. And then I was like, hey, check this. And I locked into a manual and fools were like, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of felt comfortable. And I like made it down halfway. They're like, maybe you should just do that. I'm like, for real? I'm like, all right, it was a joke. And then it was like, all right, let me try it. One of the ones just happened to stick perfectly on the manual, and it's just like, I'm like, all right.
Steven Lawyer, ollie bonked on the rail into the bank. That's a sketchy one.
What was that, Destin?
It's a bonk. Nollie flip.
Yeah, feed the knee part. That one was a battle for sure. I think I busted my elbow or I hit something on the rail or something like that. I think there's something on my arm that I'm like, I don't know, it was bugging me. So I like had to block that shit out too. So it was like another part of street skating that get those hurt injuries, and you still got to stick with the trick and try to, mentally get through that battle. But yeah, that was hype. And then they ended up using that as my last trick in the part and ended the part like that. So yeah, that was cool.
There's a video I saw online of Alexis Ramirez absolutely destroying it, going over the rail into the bank. He did so many tricks in this video. I'm not even gonna name them all. We'll just show some of them. But he ended with a nollie 360 into the bank, which is nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Slashed at 50, pop over into the bank. But Chris Cole 50'd the flat and then popped into the bank, which that's pretty tall.
Yeah, I tried to skate that part at one point in time. It didn't work out.
Yeah, that thing's up there.
Yeah, it's like waist high, so I'll give him that. That was definitely the trick. And fools don't even know how gnarly that actually was, because that's like waist high, dude.
Oh yeah, high pop right there. Yeah, I can't pop that high. Chris Troy did feeble pop over into the bank. Shuriken Shannon did crook pop over into the bank. The crook pop over, was that a battle or?
That was actually a battle. It was a 2-day battle. Yeah, the first day, I just couldn't pop over the right way, basically. I'd lock on every time lock on. And trying to get the pop out, because the bank was sketchy, dude. You show how rugged the actual bank was back then. Like, dude, one wrong wheel bite move, you're going straight face first into the ground. And I did not want to do that. Like, it's so quick to go in and then come off and then catch that speed right in. Literally the next day, kept doing the same thing, grinding, like, okay, locking in perfectly, but just like that hop out, I'm the one, I'm like, I gotta have the right one. That's it. Like, I ain't no like, oh, squirrely bird out. I'm like, dude, my squirrely bird ends up me getting hurt. There was one that was crazy. Like, I literally locked in, and I grinded down the whole rail. It was crazy. Like, I forgot to like literally try to pop out. And I literally grinded the whole rail, and I'm like, yo, that freaked me out. But it was like, that was kind of cool just to sit on that like that. So now I know how fools skate big rails feel, because it does feel good, but that shit's scary as hell to me. There was just one, I just caught one and then just popped over and perfectly just rolled in. I was like, yo, like, that was great, dudes. Let me tell you, this is before everybody was doing all the pop over rail stuff too. So like, I blunt transferred it a few weeks earlier. But yeah, crook pop over was definitely like my claim to fame on that spot right there.
Crazy one, Braden Hoben did kickflip back 50, pop over in. But you gotta be quick with that one. Otherwise you might accidentally kickflip back 50 the whole thing. Backsmith pop over, Zion. Front blunt, pop in, Daniel Malkovich. So right down this rail, back 50, Chase Webb. But someone else back 50 did as well. At 10 years old, Trae the Tank. Nice. He hits all the spots out here. Oh, Ryan, how you doing, man?
Good, yeah.
We're doing a video on Patrick Henry High, and I mean, you were the first name to come to our minds.
Oh, that's funny. It was a long time ago, right? Well, Bryan London, who rode for Arcade, had an ad, I believe, frontside lip sliding it. And before that, Kanten Russell, he ollied the stairs. because I think at the time, aside from Josh Casper, that was like the biggest ollie that I remember seeing, and then he was dope. So it was like, yeah, Kanten Russell's ollie. Those were the two names that I followed. I was like Kanten and Bryan London.
Well, you did 5-0. Let's talk about that first. Is there a story there? Like, how did that go down?
Yeah, well, because, well, I mean, I don't know. I knew that rail was, I don't know. I knew it was in San Diego, but I went there. I was pretty good at 5.0s. And then I used to skate with Paul McEnell a lot, you know, during the RDS days. And so he cavemanned every rail before he skated it. And then, so that's what I did. So I cavemanned the rail, and then I frontside lip slid it, and then I 5.0 grind it. And I think I did them all. Like, I don't think I bailed any of them. But before, I'm pretty sure, like, the warm-up for that rail was going to Brooklyn. You know, the 10 that Allie did all the kickflip lip slides on? That would be like the warm-up. Pretty much if you go to Brooklyn and just fire off all your tricks, and then if you landed them all right away, you're pretty stoked to go to Patrick Henry, right? And, you know, it's funny here. Colin wrote on the sequence. It was just really funny. On the sequence... of like Blaybeck printed out the 5.0 sequence, and he had a poem that he wrote. The leader is good, the leader is great, providing the board so I can skate, falling down hard and scraping my knees. Oh, I hope the leader is pleased. And that was the poem, you know.
That's
and the leader
sick.
was, yeah, the leader was Jamie, but like, and then he took on my eyes. He put like, he like colored in my eyes like beady eyes, you know, like I was in a cult. But it was just because we were just going out every day, and like, you know, and Jamie's the guy that pushed you, you know. Actually, anyway. It was funny. That's something I really remember, though.
Zion also 5-0'd it on King of the Road. He was wearing a Zero hoodie while he did it. No way. Yeah, Jamie was there. Sick. Erick Winkowski, Smith.
But if they don't, motherfuckers just go.
Some people like to skate the side rail. Some people pick the middle. Kanaan, if you were to do anything, which one would you prefer?
I'd go middle.
Middle? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think middle looks the best.
Yeah. This is like a perfect 17. Sucks it's knobbed.
It was recently knobbed.
And if you wanted to skate this, you'd have to cut this lock, get this fence open. It was skatable not that long ago. I mean, the knobs that they added on like aren't too bad. You could grind those down pretty quick.
Jon Allie from Boarded It and Dying to Live. Tommy feebled it. And he crooked it. James Brockman back 5-0'd it in a tank top.
Makes you drink more.
Crazy one early on. Ryan Smith back lipped it. Andy like took a gnarly slam where he sacked backwards on it. Everyone should remember that one.
Ryan Smith is back lip.
Yeah.
That was heavy. Fools were like, that's some next level rail chomper stuff over there.
The back lip, I feel like that is the most iconic trick at the spot. I mean, we grew up going to a skate park in Florida called Mesh, and they had a giant poster of your back lip like on the wall that we would always look at. So let's hear the story about the back lip.
Well, okay, so being a fan of like Geoff Rowley and Dan Sturt stuff, where it was, you know, just really basic stuff, but like epic, you know, it was the whole package, you know, that I fanned out on was like, you know, it had to be the photographer, which was Blaybeck, was like a Sturt, you know, and you know, Jamie, going there with Jamie, you're with, you know, it doesn't get any better than being on Zero. And that's how it's always kind of been for skateboarding for me, is like what, like practicing for a trick, and then like how you present it, and then the way it gets out there. You know, there's a lot of really big rails that are famous and stuff, but they don't look as good as that one, right? You know, just like it's epic. And then like that photo, that lens that Mike shot it with was like such a epic lens. So yeah, and then like going there with Jamie and stuff, it was always about like, you know, because Rowley had staples, or like, you know, his stuff had such big impact. So that's kind of what I wanted. And it was on DC, so it's like, you know, they gave it a 4-pager too. But it definitely was like planned, like, you know, like I was like, I want to get something, you know, epic. And the only other epic rail that I skated, I think that would have been Tri-City. That your brother knows once, like almost, or pretty much, you know. And that's the most insane thing ever, by the way, is that nose blunt. I saw that and I was like, I couldn't even imagine.
How many tries do you think that back lip took you though at Patrick Henry?
I would say like probably like 15. It was definitely the most I'd ever jumped down a big rail and not rolled away. I think I kept board sliding or something, and I was just, having a panic attack, and I went to Jamie and I was like, what am I doing wrong? He's like, you're not jumping into back lip, and then so how I used to skate those like that, something like that, I would always do we were speaking earlier, I would do a flatland trick. In that instance, I remember I did a switch backside flip, and then I was trying them, but I was like, when I land a perfect switch backside flip bolt, then I'm gonna push to the rail and then I'm gonna do it. So it was like before that back lip, I landed a perfect switch back flip, backside kick flip on flat, and then so it just clears your head and makes you commit to it. But that rail's really steep. If you can see, I'm flying out. I landed halfway down it. I was and I was going slow. I don't think that I was going very fast, but I just, I landed halfway down the rail. So
yeah, the photo, you're just floating in the air above it. You can tell how far you got.
That's the thing. I always thought with skating big handrails is you actually go really slow at them. And then so I think I was just, going too fast, but it worked out. That's the make,
Dakota nose grinded this rail.
You tell me that I make no difference.
Figgy nollie 50'd this rail, the whole thing. I think he's the only one to nollie grind, nollie anything on the whole rail. Alex Wilms, backsmith. Alex Wilms with a heavy one, switch blunt slide.
You gotta give us 5 minutes, please, sir.
No, I don't have to give you any time.
Please.
You need to be off campus.
One more.
Yeah,
one
off
more.
campus right now.
Back over crook, Henry Gartland, rest in peace. One of my favorite ones down this, James Hardy, nose blunt with the broken tail roll away. Yeah, you nose blunted it, so we want to hear your story, because I heard that you did it third try, but on 3 different boards. Is that true?
Unfortunately, for real, yes. Burnett hit me up because we had been trying to do a nose blunt on Brooklyn rail. I broke a bunch of boards and kind of blew up my knee. So whatever, I kind of lost interest in that. A couple months went by and Burnett hit me up and he was like, yo, we need a cover for Thrasher. Do you think you could nose blunt Patrick Henry? And I was like, I'm down to go try. We made a date for a Saturday. I was living at Black Box at the time and I practiced nose blunts all week. Went there and grinded it, luckily, a couple times without breaking a board. I think I brought 4 full completes because I was breaking a ton of boards at the time. Luckily, I rolled away on the 3rd try, but still broke my board. Yeah, I broke a board on every try of the nose blunt. Mike Gilbert filmed an angle that never got shown. I came off a little bit early. It's kind of low to come off if you're not coming off straight. And I don't understand how some of the tricks that have been done on it, so.
What about the board that Reel printed? What's the story behind that? Because they put that image on a board and then said it wasn't your pro graphic. What was up with that?
I kind of forgot about that. I guess
they made it look like the Jamie Thomas Smith grind photo board.
Yeah, you know what? I was still, I guess, AM at the time. I kind of forgot about that until you mentioned that. Yeah, crazy memory. They never told me the backstory on it other than I could see the similarities of it, So they never actually gave me a background on it, but if I had to guess, it's because I rode for Fallen. Me and Jamie are both from Alabama, and it's such a similar photo and rail. So La Jolla is a lot gnarlier to me.
And I believe the most recent and probably craziest trick to go down, Jhancarlos Gonzalez back nose blunted it.
back nose blunt. I'm like, yo, that approach to that back nose blunt, that's no joke. Like, that is no joke.
I recently saw that dude backside nose blunt slide that, and I was like, man, like, I would never be able to lock in after I dropped 4 feet onto the rail, you know?
I saw this ad of Matt Harvey. He was trying tail slide down this apparently, and it's just a sequence shot in this ad, and it looked like the heaviest slam ever. If anyone knows where that footage is, I want to see it. Leave it in the comments below. These are some of the craziest tricks at the spot. They're unlike anything else we've named so far. Before this railing was here, people would get towed in high speed and go up the bank over the fence. Anthony Schultz, the first one to do this with an ollie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Dolan Stearns did front 180 over the fence. He was definitely getting towed in for that one.
Yeah. They redid the bank and now it's like not even possible because the bank kind of like rounds over
I know.
at the top, so it doesn't have as much kick as it used to.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because it was getting gnarlier. Jordan Hoffart did kickflip over the fence. And then came back and did frontside flip over. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Colin Provost also did frontside flip, and there was a lot of beef between that about who did it first.
Yep. And he did the gnarliest trick out of everything here. Hard flip over the fence.
Colin Provost, like, is the nutters of all nutters, like the hard flip over the fence going the other way, which is like, I don't even know how, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and like his tail like tapped on the way up, but he pulled it off. That was insane.
Dude, there's a few things in my head that stick out in skateboarding. When Leo Romero grinded up that, remember the spanky rail where Owen Wilson's talking in the Yeah Right video, but like Leo Romero grinded up it. I didn't even know that could have been. I was like grinding up a handrail. I mean, that's crazy. Like going up it, and then like if someone said that, like, yeah, some dude's gonna do a trick, because that fence is like what, 10 feet tall. It's like
it's up there. Yeah,
it's huge. Like I wouldn't think that someone could, like, you know, that's like Tony Hawk like video game shit. Like that somebody could go up there and do that.
I was like, yo, all right, I gotta get my licks in. I wanted to backside flip that thing so bad. And I like just didn't make it in time for him to, like, you know, bulldoze everything and shit. And I'm like, man, that would have been awesome to do. But yeah, that, you know.
That's about everything that we know of that's been done. So if we missed anything, leave it in the comments below. Now Kane's gonna tell you what it would take to make the spot skatable today.
So really, it wouldn't be that hard to make this thing skatable today. You would just take a grinder and grind this down. That one would probably take like 5 minutes. You got a good grinder. Same with this one. Let's see, do you need to take that one off? Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you'd have to take 3 knobs off. You'd have to cut this lock to get the fence open, or some people have the key to the locks. Yeah, if you want, you probably clean up the Bondo job a little. This ground has definitely got a little more rough over the years.
Is there any saving the bank spot? I mean, you could cut the rail out down there. And
yeah, if you wanted to skate this, you'd have to cut the rail, but now there's, you probably see down there, there's a lip, and before they put that rail in, people had put concrete right there, so you could still skate over it. That'd be a lot of work. I don't really see anyone wanting to skate over the rail into the bank that bad.
I'm glad they didn't change the actual rail, because they changed pretty much all the whole spot now. It's so different now. So, you know, someone get the balls, you know, and, you know, revamp that some way or another. It's going to take some work, but yeah, it's crazy how, yeah, dude, it's a good like 20 years of, you know, skating that spot.
Kane, if this spot wasn't skate stopped today, what would be your go-to trick on it?
On this, I'd probably just go, I'm always feeling different every day, but Right now, I'd probably go for a board slide because it's pretty like steep. You're not gonna stick.
Yeah.
I feel like when rails are mellower, I'm more likely to go for a 50-50.
What would be like a dream trick on this spot?
A dream trick? Front 270 lip.
Dang. That'd be insane.
Be a dream trick.
What's the stair count on the one you did in your last part?
12. I've done it on 3 12 stairs.
No way.
Never gone any bigger. Maybe work my way up. I gotta find a 13 to do it on.
Yeah.
But this is 17. I don't know about that because if I don't get in, you're dying.
I think something that a lot of people will be surprised to hear is that there's actually a mirror rail just like this on the other side.
Yeah, there is, and that one's not knobbed, but it has shorter run up.
Well, let's go check it out and then we'll... All right, here we are. Look at this one.
Yeah, so this bank is way crustier. I don't think anyone's skating that, but this rail, it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 16, 17. Yeah.
It's an exact mirrored replica. I wonder why no one skated this. It's because you said there's shorter run up, right?
He's only half from that fence, and I think the ground is way crustier too.
Oh yeah, the ground is pretty crusty up there.
You might as well just grind the knobs off the other one.
Let's see if there's anything else to skate at this school.
I don't think there is, but we can go look.
There's all this.
I bet you if these poles weren't here, this would be possible.
Dang. Yeah, we're in the middle of exploring, looking for other spots at the school. For some reason, they knobbed this rail, but not that one over there. That makes no sense at all.
Nobody would ever skate this. It's definitely too steep. So yeah, there's not really much else at this school besides some ledges. They probably haven't been skated in forever.
That pretty much wraps it up, unless, is there anything else you want to add to it?
Basically, I mean, I have to give credit. I mean, the last time I did press, I like really was not that cool to Jamie Thomas, but I have to give him full credit for like any of those hammers, any of that stuff for back in the day. Just riding for zero back then was just like, you know, like we're young and it was like, they say like hindsight, you know, is 20/20, you know, but it was just being involved with somebody like that. And like, he really, you know, all those covers that I had, all that stuff was like thankful, you know, DC and Jamie, you know, it was like, it really was like how he will pull it out of you. And it's like that, like, you know, when you're a kid and you get boards, like that just gives you the push you over the limit. But like, he actually was there, like, you know, handling us like personally, like one-on-one. And, you know, like that was, it's a very like intimate, you know, and not to sound weird or anything, but it's like, you know, how you, like when you, it's, I don't know, I couldn't really jump on something and have like whatever, if I didn't have somebody there that knew what that was all about, you know, coaching you through there, like telling you, like we're talking about your brother's nose blunt slide, you know, like
Yeah.
Just, you have somebody there that's like, you know, like been there, and like that's like the I mean, you know, the progression of skateboarding, like that dude, you know, I mean, look at it's pretty insane. Like you just think back, I think back to Ginger when he nose grinds the thing, like that's how diehard he was. He knocks himself out, you know, his arm does again, or 5-0 big white, like one more try, you know, like that was just crazy, you know. But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was like going there with Jamie Blayback, and then having that, knowing that it was going to be something that was going to look rad and be pretty timeless, you know. I think it's still timeless, like just, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know, doing me. I got my, you know, just had a baby earlier this year, you know, my daughter, doing
Congrats.
daddy things. I just dropped a little part. It's called Nightcrawler. So it's all nighttime San Diego skateboarding. Just me and my homie and one night light. We just went out and just, you know, just run and gun, nothing really set up, just kind of, you know, skated the city. You can go see that now on my YouTube. About to be like 17 years pro now. Like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right, that's our video on the Patrick Henry 17 stair. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe. We post videos every Wednesday, so we'll see you next week.
Head on over to DernBros.com. Order before December 10th to get your merch before Christmas. We're holding a 20% off sale now to the 10th.
Yeah.